you got somewhere to go. Let me pepper you with some questions. So, God, quick answer. How are you? No, you don't be praying. You just feel. You just are aware.
I don't think that there's actually an entity in the sky that's some all being.
Like, there's not an alien, fucking Morgan Freeman ass guy like you.
No, there's no like actual God.
Okay, so but what do you do anything to practice? Maybe your quote unquote philosophies. Do you do any mindfulness? Do you do any mindfulness?
I mean,
dude, you're smart. You should practice some meditation.
I like to think. I think thinking is like the biggest key to like being the best person that you can be.
Do you ever try? Mindfulness is the aspect of almost thinking to the point where you don't think anymore, where you like realize you're thinking. So Buddhism is very like.
I've tried it. After I talked to that Hare Krishna.
So I was gonna say, did you like it? Did it go anywhere? It's hard to do.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not really capable of it as of right now.
As of right now, that's what I like to hear. You are capable of it. Definitely practice it, bro. I'll talk to you after.
I just like what I like to do is like what I would especially do. Well, one, I think documenting your thoughts is incredibly important because they come out a lot more coherently than they're coming out in this podcast.
Question, and I know just before we forget, I know you currently working on a book for a while now. If you want to explain maybe certain ideas.
Well, because I think there's a lot of aspects, and it's hard to sit down. Like I wish we could sit here and talk for like 3 hours, honestly, in a podcast because
talk about it.
It's hard to. Especially because there's so many things that we touched on that we never closed out because we were jumping from thing to thing and things probably sound insanely incoherent in all honesty.
And pretty nihilistic in certain aspects.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But there's a lot of intricate dynamics that occur in our lives. Like things are the way that they are for many reasons. And when you take the roots of all that, right. If you go all the way down to the very beginning and you truly try to understand why everything is the way that it is and then break down the processes that occur to make things the way that they are and then tie them all up to what we're experiencing today. Like that's pretty much what I'm trying to do in my book. I'm trying to take everything down to an evolutionary standpoint and say like, all right, these are the things that occurred that made the brain before it was even a human brain function the way that it functions because this is the goal. This is the outcome. This is why things are the way that they are for millions of years to lead us to this point. Now, here's what's occurring.
So then here's what we can see. Like almost an opinion. Would it be more of like your philosophy, or would it be an objective looking onto scientific journalism and like different philosophy? That would you then pepper in your own kind of?
I think obviously
I think
I'll pepper in my own philosophy to a certain extent.
You got to.
But you have to understand everything. Like if you truly want to understand what you're experiencing.
You can't understand everything.
It depends on what you mean by that.
You can't understand everything.
I mean, yeah, your ability to internalize that is
you could try your best to learn as much as you can to give yourself the prowess and the confidence to start talking.
I'll put it like this.
Thinking deeply.
There's a lot more things that people can understand that would better inform their day-to-day thoughts and decisions that they do not understand. Like people don't take in
physics.
People don't take evolution into account. When like they think about why humans have done the things that they've done and why the brain works that way that
Kanye
it works.
talked about that on the Rogan podcast. Like once, like he's like, if people learn like not simple but a little bit simple biology, physics, like
all that kind of stuff,
change really like
exactly,
lives.
and factor it into their decisions and the way that they feel about things. Yeah. So like I don't know. I guess like think about the thing I want to write is like a story of who we are, why we are the way that we are, and what that means for us now. Is one way to summarize what my book is trying to be.
It's in the works. It's in the works, so it's not coming out anytime soon.
Oh no! I mean, I have a lot more to learn and understand before I get it.
We got so much experience to gain. Got him on the podcast once. We'll have him on once again. This was a great conversation, dude. This was good. Yeah. We talked about a lot of stuff.
Hopefully, it'll go better next time. We probably should look back on this and
watch some stuff
and take some points on what we got to really focus on and what we got to go over.
Because I think that's good. The fact that like this is what a good because if you watch my other podcast, if you want to have a laugh, watch my other podcast. I can be a goofball. I can have some good interview. I have a few interviews. I have a podcast. I'm gonna have some comedians on. I had my boy Matt. We just sling joke. We basically were just doing what's it called? Improv for like an hour and a half. We just talked about random shit and we're just lying the whole time. So you can watch that. But then like I love these conversations as well, just making you really tap into your thought-provoking aspect of the neocortex. Is that the neocortex? A little bit, right? Your
prefrontal cortex is where abstract thought occurs.
Okay, so the prefrontal cortex is what it is. That was close. God damn. Ben, thank you so much for coming on, guys. Thank you
you
so
for
much.
having
Please
me.
smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't. Check out the clips. Check out my vlog. All that stuff. Link will be in the description. Check out my website. You can drop a comment on the podcast. You can ask some questions there. I'm gonna post some blogs. Gonna post some photos up there. Definitely check it out. So thank you so much for watching. Take it easy. Don't get offended. We're just trying to tap into our deep. We're just trying to think deep and try to
Understand what's going
we're
on.
trying to challenge our intellect. That's really what it is. We're trying to challenge each other's intellect and challenge each other's theories. Obviously, we're 20 years old. We might not think this next year. We might not think this in 3 months after we read an eye-opening book or whatever it may be. So it's what it is. Hopefully, Ben can start doing some Hare Christian dances and stuff. What? Who said that? Deuces.